Excuse me. All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Halloween. I recommend going to watch the Halloween series. But yes, happy Halloween. Unfortunately, I can't stream that long because I gotta go get some candy. Yes, I'm a grown ass man getting candy. No, they're giving out free candy in the cafeteria, so I don't want to miss that. Anyways, happy Halloween. Let's just do a little bit of this. I'm not gonna do it that long because I actually have stuff to do tonight. So, if I remember correctly, we were talking about fear in places we trust. And I was gonna start this yesterday, but conversations happened. Good conversations happened. So I believe this is gonna be about the mind. Yeah, it's about the mind. Okay, so that should be pretty simple. The mind in isolation. Okay. But anyways, happy Halloween. Good shit. Enjoy the sweets and prepare for Thanksgiving. Okay, how do I want to start talking about the mind? The mind in isolation. Also, don't drink unless you're my age or 21. Okay. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. So we've talked about this before. How we're social creatures. We need connection. So we're gonna start with that. If it feels like I'm regurgitating information, there's a method to the madness. The brain does play like a key role in this, but we've talked about the amygdala, the physical, well, technically the physical aspect of it, because the amygdala is inside of your brain. But now we're talking about the overall mind, which by extension is part of the brain. So the human brain. Why am I spelling brain right now? The human brain thrives on connection. Voices, laughter, laughter, and even hearing someone else talking. Long story short, don't grow up lonely. Hmm. The human brain thrives on connection, voices, laughter, and even someone else talking. So this shows that a world exists outside outside you. It shows that yes, you're alive. The world is also alive. Excuse me. This exists outside your own thoughts. Because we got to keep this more internal. And as usual, I do requests. Like right now, I'm just doing I don't really have any requests besides sprite animation because that's a long term thing. Probably gonna take a couple years, but besides that, so yeah, if anybody guys ever has any requests, 99%, not 99, 90% of the time I probably know some lore. But I haven't really been doing like any like crazy lore stuff in a while. Every so often I'll do one, but this is just something I'm doing as a part of my own bucket list of things I wanted to do. Set your own thoughts. This tells you that that a world exists outside your own thoughts. But once we remove that, that's when things start hitting the fan. Yeah, so we'll do that. It's bad because I've had a watch in my hand for so long and the strap finally broke. I'm instinctively trying to look at my hand for the time and there's nothing there. But once we remove that proof, our mind starts to fabricate things. Once we remove that proof, our mind starts to fabricate things to fill in the void. For example, you seeing a shadow might be your mind might make you think, hey, that's somebody right there. You might hear the OG one. You might hear someone talking and it's just the wind, like that. Your mind's smart, but under distress, all hell is breaks loose. So it begins. It begins subtly, but gets worse over time. No. Fuck. No. That shadow in the distance. I'm gonna have to reword that later. The human brain thrives on connection, voices, laughter, and even someone else talking. This shows you that a world exists outside your own thoughts. But once we remove that proof, our mind starts fabricating. Oops. It starts to fabricate things to fill in that void. It begins subtly, but gets worse over time. For example, that shadow in the distance could be a person, or the howling wind could be voices. Hallucinations are scary. Because once this happens, it starts chipping away at our sanity, if that makes any sense. Like I gave my own IRL example when I was literally stranded for 12 days during that training mission. I'm like, bruh, I'm literally just me, the crows, in this broken down vehicle. Every sound in the distance I heard, I was like, could that be someone? Could that be someone? Could that be someone? No, it's not. It's just stuff happening. But yeah, it gets worse, 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 worse. Again, I had plenty of MREs and I had plenty of water, but still, like, not having like connection for 12 days straight until the mission was over was pretty bad. For example, that shadow in the distance could be a person or the howling wind. No, we'll say certainty here. At your certainty. I can actually spell it. Oh my god, I actually spelled it right. So was it real, or was it just a thing of my imagination? Was it real? Do I want to do this? Yeah, I do. Was it real? Did I imagine it? Did I imagine it? Uh, or grasp. Like I said, unfortunately, this does have to be relatively short because, yeah, I want to get some candy. It's Halloween. I'm a grown ass man wanting candy. It's free candy. What can I say? Time is it? Okay, let's do like 5 more minutes. So how this ties into the case studies, which we're going to do, Resident Evil 4, both of them. Obviously, Leon is made to be. Well, what do they say on Reddit? A superhero. No, Chris is the superhero. Leon is also like a superhero. Like Leon, besides his witty banter at times, is relatively quiet throughout the ordeal until the plot demands him to speak. But he's pretty confident in his abilities. But RE4 make is kind of different because they more expand on his personality. You see that he's jaded. He has lingering like what's the word? You could tell like the effects from Raccoon City is still there. Like OG Resident Evil 4, like no, like Leon is just a overconfident bastard. No thanks, bro. Like that, and like Leon's chilling, but 4 make shows you that there's more besides his confidence. Like you can tell he's jaded. So put someone else in Leon's position. Like you're by yourself trying to save the president's daughter in a barren part of Europe. We'll just say barren. In a barren part of Europe. Besides the Great Filter, of course. Beside the filters, like that area just seems completely and utterly dreadful. You're by yourself. People are trying to kill you. You're not technically by yourself, but there's Ada's in the background helping you out. But she's not always there. Like she's just there because of her own shit that she has to do. Her and Leon just come into connection from time to time because plot demands it. But what if this was an entirely a solo mission? Like, well, what if this was entirely just Leon by himself? No Ada, no Lewis, nobody to form like a bond with. Like, I don't care if anybody says. It's like put yourself in a position where you're just by yourself for like so long. Eventually, you're gonna start cracking. It's gonna happen. It's happened to me. It's happened to any like survivor, like of any like crazy like stranded situation. It happens eventually. So that's RE4 example. Silent Hill, we already know. We don't even really need to go about Silent Hill. Like you're in the fog world. Sure, there may be people there. There may not be people there. You're by yourself with your own trauma taking form. And like I mentioned with fnaf, at least with Security Breach Ruin, it's like, sure, Cassie's trying to save Gregory. It may or may not be Gregory, but that entire time she's just by herself in the ruins of that pizzaplex. That once alive place is now completely dead, and the animatronics that were pretty much brimming with life are shells of what they used to be. You have Glamrock Chica not getting pizza anytime soon because of the beak. You have Monty's pretty much bisected. You have Roxy, they have a connection with each other, but it kind of goes thrown out the window when you have to literally decommission her in order to progress the plot. You have to take out your friend in order to save your other friend, which may or may not be your friend. So you gotta give it to Cassie. She's pretty strong for a kid. She's really, really strong. Okay. But as mentioned, eventually your mind is gonna start just going completely like downhill. Like using remake as an example, they made Jill. It's not said, but look at the pills. Yeah, holy shit, that's a lot of pills. Chris Redfield has PTSD. Don't be on Chris Redfield's team. You'll die. So Chris has a lot of PTSD from literally everything that's happened in his life. There's more examples, but I'm pretty sure people get what I'm getting at. Okay, let's do like a couple more sentences, then we'll start wrapping things up. So the human brain thrives on connection, voices, laughter, and even hearing someone else talking. This shows you that a world exists outside your own thoughts. But once we remove that proof, our mind starts to fabricate things to fill that void. In the void, it begins subtly, but gets worse over time. For example, that shadow in the distance could be a person, or the howling wind could be voices. Situations like this start chipping away at your certainty. Was it real? Did I imagine it? Or am I slowly losing grasp on the world? My grasp on the world. My grasp on the world. Okay. Isolation doesn't only amplify fear. It kind of personalizes it. Yeah, because it personalizes it because the longer you stay isolated, the more you start questioning like your own memory. Isolation doesn't only amplify fear. Personalizes. Oh my god. Personalizes it. The longer stay isolated. The longer you stay isolated, you start questioning your own memory. Objects appear different from what you remember. Remember familiar spaces feel alien. Familiar spaces begin feeling alien. No, familiar spaces. Familiar spaces, yeah, you begin feeling alien. Alien. Your mind feels like it's starting to conspire against you. All right. Oh shit, it's 5:30. All right. Okay. All right, so let's read what we have, and we'll start wrapping this up. First of all, let's save. It's been a very interesting week. Well, past couple of days. Like, I lost almost 2 months worth of work with my sprite animation, and I've been extremely cautious. That would have been so bad, but it's all good. The human brain thrives on connection, voices, laughter, and even hearing someone else talking. My eyes are terrible. This shows you that a world exists outside your own thoughts, but once we remove that proof, our mind starts to fabricate things to fill in the void. It begins subtly, but gets worse over time. For example, that shadow in the distance could be a person, or the howling wind could be voices. Situations like this start chipping away at your certainty. Was it real? Did I imagine it? Or am I slowly losing my grasp on the world? Isolation doesn't only amplify fear, it personalizes it. The longer you stay isolated, you start questioning your own memory. Objects appear differently from what you remember. Familiar spaces begin feeling alien. Your mind feels as if it's starting to conspire against you. Wow. Jesus Christ, I am so blind. Okay. Alright, cool beans. Alright, so like I said, unfortunately I do have to get some candy. So have a happy Halloween, watch horror movies, play spooky games, and we'll start November off strong. I'm not getting deployed yet, eventually, so I'll still be here for the foreseeable future, but that may change at any given notice, so we'll continue working on this. Then we'll work on the next project as usual. If there's any requests, I'll do it. But for now, we'll just I'm just taking care of my backlog that I have. I have a lot of stuff I need to do. So, anyways, take care. I'll see y'all tomorrow.